involved in something really important.
Good morning. We're at the offices of the American Red Cross here in West Los Angeles. Specifically, we're in a facility known as the Emergency Operations Center. Paul, what normally goes on here when there's a problem?
Well, when bad things happen in Los Angeles, this fills up with our volunteers. So the recent shooting at the airport, this room was filled coordinating the relief activities that we did at the scene. So in that case, emergency sheltering, food, water, that was provided and coordinated out of this Emergency Operations Center.
Fascinating. Also fascinating, we have some interesting information for you. There was a telethon last night, in case you weren't able to be a part of it. Let us show you a little bit of the footage. KTLA had a telethon in conjunction with the American Red Cross from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. I want to mention the fact that it was 3 hours. You have the latest numbers. Earlier this morning, you said probably about 40,000. The count was still going on, but you have new numbers.
Yeah, we went over 50,000 last night with the phone-ins, and we were expecting some more through the online donations that were received during the night. We got that number today, and it's over $165,000.
Just give me goosebumps. Online?
Isn't that amazing? All told, 165,000 when you combine the phone banks and the online last night. So your viewers were incredibly active on their online work last night.
That's astonishing.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing in just 3 hours.
And we want to thank people for doing that. We also want to give you some information if you have relatives in the region. We're going to show some footage of the relief effort. Folks are starting to get in. Your people are starting to get into some of these remote areas now. People can't get a hold of their relatives. Do you have a way for them to try to do that?
Absolutely, we do at Red Cross. You can reach out to any Red Cross chapter in your location and reach us on Restoring Family Links. It's a key feature that we do anytime there's a disaster or in any war-torn areas as well. Restoring Family Links can be done. You give us the information on your family members, and we work with the Philippine Red Cross on trying to identify those members. It's very hard in remote areas right now, so everyone's having difficulty, but Red Cross will try and find your family members.
That's astonishing. That's got to take an incredible number of people to coordinate.
Absolutely, it does. But it's critically important. The first thing you want to know, the very first thing is, are my family members okay? Are they safe? And so we put a huge priority on that, along with also relief supplies and food and water. But maintaining that family contact is so critical.
And it's got to be rough. We're also dependent on devices and cell phones, and none of that is working now. All of that is out.
Absolutely. The infrastructure is so devastated right now.
How are you staying in touch with your people on the ground?
You know, we've got 10 Red Crossers that are part of this international movement with Red Cross trying to help out. They're doing logistics, damage assessment, communications, and they coordinate back with us in Washington, D.C. on the life-saving work that they're doing.
And again, let's review the numbers. Congratulations. And again, we want to thank our viewers for being so generous and helpful. 50,000 during the telethon, and what was the other?
Another $115,000 brought online, so the total is just over $165,000.
That's marvelous. And on the screen, because the response has been so tremendous, is the information about how we can continue to donate. I hope they'll put that back up, because I'm told we're going to leave that up all week. As we mentioned before, this need is going to go on for quite some time. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you live here in this area and you know some places that were destroyed in the Northridge quake, some of those places are still vacant lots. So can you imagine in a country this size with so many islands and so much devastation, how much longer it's going to take for them just to establish something close to normal?
Yeah, it's going to take years and years, but right now we need to keep people alive.
Hey, Gail.
It's just critical.
Quick
Again,
question, Gail.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes,
those of us who know people who have family members in the Philippines, you know, they've said, how can we find them? And it's great to know that the Red Cross is doing this. What should they have? What can be the most helpful to the Red Cross as they begin that process?
Well, just basic information on your family members. So
last known address,
name,
perhaps?
last known address, age, if they're in school or if they're working at a particular business. But all that information will be gathered by the Red Cross as they're talking to you on the phone, and then they will work with the Philippine Red Cross on trying to find your family members.
I would imagine that knowing the last location, probably work if it's an adult, is going to be vital as opposed to trying to find a home address, because From what I understand, a lot of people were at work when the storm system hit, or possibly evacuated. Possibly
Yeah, absolutely.
Part of the group of more than 100,000 you mentioned that were evacuated. Even though the death toll is high, a lot of people moved when they saw this thing coming.
Absolutely. So we're here to help in any way we can, but restoring those family links is a critical part of what we do.
Okay. And again, thank you to our viewers who are making the relief effort even more prosperous and helpful to the American Red Cross.
And thanks to the Red Cross.
Yes.
Every single time they come through for us.
For what they do, absolutely.
KTLA.com/help if you want to give online this week.
Yeah. Mark's going to look at our weather this morning.
And the weather this morning, a little bit of cloud and haze and fog, but not so much from the systems that are off the coast. Those are going to be pulling through by about midweek Wednesday and Thursday. What we're looking at today is more so the typical morning marine layer, and skies should be clearing up a little bit later on this afternoon. Temperature right now is 63. 24-hour change. We're 2 degrees warmer. Humidity at about 72%. And the winds from the southwest at 3 miles per hour. Yesterday, 69. The average for this time of the year, 73. That's 4 degrees cooler. Overnight low, 52. And the average is 52 degrees, so right on track there. As far as Los Angeles goes, 70 will be the daytime high today. Not a bad-looking day. And then once you get into the evening, 59 degrees for the Inland Empire, 56. 69 will be the daytime high. Later on this evening, 58. As far as the Big Bear area goes, 46, 52 daytime high. Later on this evening, 45 degrees. Orange County Beach's 7-day outlook. Today, tomorrow, 67 degrees, and then still continuing on Thursday, 67 with some showers. Saturday and Sunday, some rain moving into the area. San Fernando Valley, 71. Then on Thursday, 70 degrees with some showers. Over the weekend, those temperatures 68, 68 with some showers. That's it. That's how it's all shaping up.